Welcome back to today's Explainer, everyone. I am absolutely thrilled to have all of you 8th grade learners joining me. Today, we're diving into an amazing team training workshop focused entirely on mastering proportional reasoning. But we aren't just going to look at numbers in isolation. We're going to explore how we learn those numbers together through collaborative reflection. If you've ever felt like math is just you alone staring blankly at a page, well, get ready, because we're about to flip that completely upside down. Okay, let's take a quick look at our roadmap. Today we're covering the power of teamwork, why justifying math matters, collaborative math in action, a fun practice quiz challenge, and finally, why morality meets education. Let's jump right in. Section 1. The power of teamwork. This idea actually goes way back. Ecclesiastes chapter 4 verses 9 through 10 says, "Two are better than one, for if they fall, one will lift up the other." Think about it. Math is literally just stronger when we have teamwork and support. When you work with a classmate, you're sharing a desire to sharpen each other's minds, right? So if you stumble on a tricky fraction or some weird graph, your partner is right there to lift you up, and you do the exact same for them. So here's the really big idea for today. Talking through your logic, it's not just about, getting the right answer at the bottom of the page. It's about building your total confidence. When you actively discuss your reasoning and review your progress out loud with someone else, you uncover those little blind spots in your own understanding. You transform from someone just plugging in formulas to a truly confident math learner. Moving right along to Section 2, why justifying math matters. Here's our target checklist for today. We're going to learn how to explain proportional thinking, justify our answers using actual math vocabulary, stuff like constant, origin, and equation, and evaluate and improve our reasoning with our peers. Because honestly, just knowing the answer in your head isn't enough. You've got to be able to communicate it. And what's actually super interesting here is how far this reaches. This isn't just a math thing. Sure, quizzes and group work show what you know, but zooming out, learning to justify your math prepares you for real conversations, high-stakes exams, and adult situations where you literally always have to back up your ideas with solid, undeniable evidence. When you defend an equation, you're actually training your brain to defend your ideas in the real world. All right, Section 3, collaborative math in action. When you sit down to work with a classmate or a group, I want you to take turns solving a problem and explaining your reasoning. To do this, you're going to ask each other these 3 golden questions. 1, why does this work? 2, how do you know it's proportional? And 3, what's the constant? If you can confidently answer those 3 questions with your partner, you've completely unlocked the logic behind your answers. Okay, on to Section 4, practice quiz challenge. Let's see what we've got. Let's check your understanding. Question 1. A smoothie costs $4 each. Write an equation for why smoothies. Imagine you're buying smoothies for the whole squad, $4 a pop. 1 is $4, 2 is $8. How do we write that rule mathematically so it works for any number of smoothies? Boom, y equals 4x. The total cost? Y equals 4 times x, which is the number of smoothies you're buying. 4 is our constant rate here. Doesn't matter how many you get. The price per smoothie stays firmly locked at $4. Let's hit the road for question 2. A car travels 240 miles in 4 hours. What is the constant of proportionality? So think about this road trip. 240 miles across 4 hours. We just need to find that constant speed for a single hour. And the answer is 60. We take that total distance, 240, divide it by 4 hours, and we get a constant of 60. So the car is traveling exactly 60 miles per hour. That steady, unchanging rate, that is your constant of proportionality. Question 3. A table shows that when x equals 2, y equals 16. What is the equation? Think about the relationship we're seeing here. Our input is 2, and our output is a way bigger 16. What mathematical rule connects them? Basically, what do we multiply 2 by to get 16? It's y equals 8x. Since 16 divided by 2 is 8, we know our constant multiplier is 8. So whatever x is, just multiply it by 8 to find y, making our equation y equals 8x. Awesome job. Let's keep this momentum rolling. Question 4 is going to test our visual skills. Is a graph that passes through the origin, 0, 0, and the point 5, 30 proportional? Explain your reasoning. Picture a straight line on a graph starting right at that bottom corner origin and shooting all the way up to hit 5 on the x-axis and 30 on the y-axis. Does that fit our proportional profile? Yes, absolutely. For a graph to be proportional, it's got to do 2 specific things: be a straight line through the origin, and have a steady constant. Here, 30 divided by 5 gives us a constant rate of 6. It checks both boxes perfectly. For our final quiz challenge, question 5, we're flipping the script. Instead of me giving you the scenario, you have to create it. I want you to write a real-world situation that fits the equation y equals 5x. Here's a super relatable example, earning $5 per hour of work. So x is the hours you work, and y is the total money you make. Whether it's making $5 an hour doing chores, buying $5 apps on your phone, or scoring 5 points per game, math is really just the language we use to represent real life. Okay, we've built some serious mathematical muscle today. Let's move into our final section, section 5, why morality meets education. This is a really crucial comparison to think about. What is the point of being highly educated if we just use that brain power to make choices that end up hurting ourselves or other people? Education without morality kind of just creates smart people who still make incredibly damaging decisions. But when you interlace education with biblical morality, that's what leads to true success, deep wisdom, and keeps you off those harmful paths. There's actually an amazing guarantee offered here. Romans chapter 8, verses 6 through 7 promises peace of mind to everyone who keeps their mind spiritual. That's a profound promise. True education, when you pair it with spiritual wisdom, doesn't just make you book smart. It brings an ultimate, unshakable peace to your life. And that brings us to our ultimate equation for the day. Biblical morality plus education equals a strong mind and a peaceful heart. You guys have worked so hard today. You've learned how to reason, justify, and collaborate. So as we wrap up today's explainer, I want to leave you with one final thought. How will you combine your growing intelligence with your moral compass to lift someone else up? Really think about it. How will you use your math superpower to help someone today? I can't wait to see what you do, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.